The Wheel of Time Season 3 might just be the best season we've ever had. With one episode crazier than the other, better acting, better visual effects, better everything. But there was one episode in particular that just carried the entire show. An episode that could be a movie on its own. An episode that doesn't talk about the dragon or the Aes Sedai. Hell, it barely even shows powers being used. But still, it's such a masterpiece. And that is Season 3, Episode 7, Goldeneyes. The name itself already makes it clear that this episode is about Perrin. A character that, unlike the others, doesn't get much screen time, but I can clearly say he stole the show here. As the episode starts, Perrin is already back at the Two Rivers and they're preparing for the biggest fight ever. A whole army of Trollocs. But you may be wondering, how can a bunch of farmers take on an army of these things?
We are cooked.
Well, they wonder the same thing. And of course the Two Rivers has a few channelers since, well, both Egwene and Nynaeve, two powerful channelers, are from there. So Alana started looking for other channelers in there and, well, of course, she found them. And surprisingly, two of them were Mat's sisters. But anyway, with the battle getting closer and closer, Perrin is the one given the task to lead the Two Rivers in the battle. But why? He's no leader. I mean, Alana's the strongest, the Aiel are the most experienced, hell, even Maxim is a better fighter. So why him? He asked Fail, and Fail said, they follow you because you're like them. You are them, you are Two Rivers. When they look at Perrin, they see hope. That if one of us can do it, if one of us can fight these monsters, then we can too. Now, of course, the Two Rivers alone wouldn't stand a chance against the Trollocs, like, come on. So they decided to ask for the help of the White Cloaks, these people. Now, the White Cloaks and Perrin have a complicated relationship since, well, they killed Matt's mom and he killed their leader's father, but during this conversation, we see some of the best acting in the show. This was just pure rage coming from Perrin.
That's easy enough, Two Rivers. You murdered my father!
I'm sorry. Truly, I am. Where does this all stop?
When the Light's justice is done.
Letting the Two Rivers be slaughtered isn't justice. It's not even revenge. It's a betrayal of everything you claim to stand for.
And well, after that, the White Cloak said, well, we'll think about it. Now, before the battle, Perrin and Fail have a talk, and well, Fail isn't from the Two Rivers, so he asks, why is she fighting with them? She could just go home and relax. And of course, Perrin is saying all of this because he worries about Fail. After all, he doesn't admit it, but he loves her. And Fail simply answers that he doesn't need to worry about her, since she's choosing to fight. Just like everyone else. Sure, fighting was their only choice, but after all, they made that choice. And this scene in particular plays a big part on his character development, because you can clearly see that he still feels the guilt of his wife's death and just doesn't want the same for her, or for anyone else at the Rivers. So at the last meeting before the battle, they realized that they would never win this, since the Dark Ones can always call more and more warriors through the portals. So Loial suggests that he can go there and close the portals. And Perrin tells him to close the portals and just go home after that, since he doesn't really need to fight. And that's where we get this pretty emotional goodbye scene.
But once you shut it, don't come back. Go home to a steading, heal yourself. Take care, Loial. Son of Arendt, son of Helen. Your name sings in my ears.
I'm not crying, you're crying. Now for those who don't know, this is the way Loial greets everyone, saying their names sing in his ears. So Perrin says goodbye to him the same way he greeted him when they first met. Damn. And now, the battle is about to begin. You can clearly see everyone is afraid. So then Perrin starts singing a song that's basically the chant of the Two Rivers, and this moment is just beautiful.
We walk the footsteps of our fathers, trail blessed by our mothers. They bought the land with their blood. Long ago,
I can last sing this in the shower every day. And so the fight started. The archers were able to hold them back for a while, giving time for the channelers to just rain blocks of ice above their heads, scaring away the first round of Dark Ones. But wait, they're not retreating. No, they're just finding another way to attack. And then, boom, Alana gets sniped. But relax, she's gonna be fine. But for this battle, there will be no more powers. And just in time, the White Cloaks arrive. But as they came to help, an army of the dark, disguised as White Cloaks, started the slaughter. And then, in a matter of seconds, another battle had just begun. And they fought and fought and fought. And then we saw this incredible moment between Fail and Perrin.
What would you give for the two rivers?
Everything.
Then show them.
This just shows that he would do everything in his power to keep fighting. But the enemies would never end since they could just bring more through the portal. Now, going back to Loyal, he's already in the ways trying to close it. But something wasn't right. The portal just couldn't be destroyed. The only way to break it would be to break the ground. But then he would fall too. Wait, what is that sound? And as he chants the song of the two rivers, he breaks the ground and Loyal falls into darkness, dying a hero. Oh my god, I can't do this anymore. And just like that, Perrin tells Fane to make his army retreat. And scared of Perrin's incredible aura, he does just that. And the two rivers win the battle. But it's not over yet, because I may have left out a small detail. See, the reason why the White Cloaks accepted to help the two rivers was because Perrin told them he would surrender to them after the battle. So they could just, judge him for killing their ex-leader and whatever. And they come to take Perrin as the people of the two rivers scream.
Hail Perrin Goldeneyes, Lord of the Two Rivers! Lord Perrin! Lord Perrin!
A man whose family was taken from him, but who stood tall in his sorrow and protected those he could. Perrin Aybara, my friend.
Man, absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. This episode was the best of the whole show. I don't care what anyone says. This is what keeps my monthly subscription. This is why I watch TV. This was just incredible, dude. I'm speechless. Now, if you guys could just, like the video and subscribe, that will help me a lot. Thank you. Bye.